run to you for refuge, oh God. Cover me with your wings and shield me from subjugation.
Hello people, my name is Wole Oni, multi-award music producer, and today I will be hanging out with SelahTV. This is my life. Welcome to my life. Okay, I start my day with God. I commit myself to God. I commit my work unto God, and then I get to the office, just check on what we've done, whether a day before, and then see what we need to do. Check the files, check the calls, check the emails, and also see what we need to do to respond to some of the people who are our clients and everyone. And then plan the day and whoever is working, the timing and how long that we need to work in. If we need to work with session guys like the backup vocals or singers or the musicians that will play different live instruments, and then we put a call through to be sure that they are already on their way, and also make sure that everything for the day is set. So I start my day, on that note. That's how I start my day. I think I've moved there, this new place. I love the ambience, which is why I made it like that, so that when there's nobody working with me in the studio, I can also come back here and I just, I enjoy my office doing some beats or editing or, splicing and, doing all sort of stuff that it requires only my attention. So I get myself, into that, and I enjoy it, just being alone in my office doing my music. And that's why I have this twin speaker right here and my keyboard. I can simulate. I have my Mac Pro with Pro Tools software, and I can do anything I can do in a major studio in here as well. Well, I can record in my office because some of the equipment I have high-end equipment, which means that it understands, it can conform to environmental noise and just filtered noises, noise that you have in the studio. I can record vocal, I can record anything, guitar. The only thing I can record in the office is the live drums because I need the space for that. So, but when it comes to vocal, doing the beat, everything can go down right here. Yes, my new office is my intimate, let me call this word intimate studio, where I can just come, close the door and do anything I like. And I tell you one thing, you don't want to, hear what is coming out of here is really, really superb and very out of this world, because inspiration descends in this place, in this office, like no man's business. this is my studio. You're welcome to my studio. Today I'll just be, showing you around what I do. From the office down to the studio, how we make the beat and, do the singing, do the mixing, mastering, and, everything about music production. Stay tuned. Well, every inspiration is from God, no doubt about that, and I give credence to God for all of that. For me, there are a few things that helps my, productivity in such that when my environment is clean, I like that. When it smells good, I like that. When I have good people around me, it helps production to be very, very fantastic and, to move at the pace of light. So, but in other words, I still depend on God for inspiration, because sometimes I do a similar music that should have a similar beat, but then I just, think out of the box and also feel that this is different music, let me interpret it differently. And even if it's a makosa, I can do 10 makosa that won't sound just, alike. I have to interpret it in a different way, also to make it very trendy, because, I haven't come from way back, I try to update myself every day to see what is trendy, what is the the current sound, and I have current software because I update my software. I buy the latest one once it's out. They send me mail and say we have a new stuff, so I buy it. I go online, or if I travel abroad, I go to the store and buy it. So I keep up to date with the sound, the images of the world class sound. That's what I work with. My favorite sound production is not being heard. but I love covering not because it's my single, but because it's a song that speaks a lot of my heart. I can pour my heart into a song. So okay, this is what I think in this direction. This is my perspective and my perception about life and God and people, so that song in a way created a lot of energy, that I wanted to bring out there, and the feedback that I got from people just made me feel wow. You can think about something, you can imagine it, if you put it together, people can get to feel what you're thinking, and people would say, oh, I felt like this here, I felt like that. That's exactly what I was feeling when I was making the music. So that's like my favorite song, but my best is yet to come. I would say, because you guys should watch out for more music. Oh, I have a. I don't want to call it banger, but I have something very, very good coming up. Well, if I give you a tip of it, it's a song that you all know, but there's a twist to the song, and I took it somewhere very far. But of course, it didn't still have a lot of African influence in it, but I took it very far. And for lovers of steps, people who like to shake their body, to dance, that song will appeal to you, definitely. You know that even David said that I wouldn't give to God what won't cost me. So if you have a value, or the value of something that would help your career to move to the next level, I think what you need shouldn't be a debate about how much this charge. Is it expensive? It's not expensive. But you see, if just like you want to buy a Ferrari, you know that it's not as cheap as buying. And I don't want to mention other brands that are not up to that, but it's a brand that when you have it, you know that I've paid a lot of money for this, and it's worth it. So my production is worth it. I'll tell you, nothing is expensive as long as it's helping your career to move forward. Not that I don't want to tell you exactly amount, but if you come, I'm sure I can sit down with you on the round table and find a way to, get you going on your career and contribute to you. Definitely. Okay, yeah, the awards I have are for God, and I thank God for the awards. I appreciate God for bringing them my way. But even before the awards came, I actually been getting the awards in a different way. It's just like somebody who has been working behind the scene and nobody noticed that there are people who are making it happen. But I think that somehow people found out that wow, there are people who need to get this award, and the award started coming in, and I'm happy about them. You know, the national awards, and there's no local award, but our Tiwa awards, I would say. You know, they've been very awesome, nice awards. I've gotten so many of them. Kora, I mean, hip hop award, and a lot of those awards have been nominated. I've won several of them, and I have some in my office. My office couldn't contain them. I moved them, some of them on my piano. Some of them couldn't contain. I moved some, in my house, and it's just God's grace. I would say that. Well, I was given a UN International Peace Ambassador for the youth, meaning that I represent Nigeria and the youth anywhere in the world, whereby we have to talk about peace, where we have to talk about things to help mankind, the human race, to move forward and progress to better living. So we've done some of the projects, which is peace-related projects. Recently we did a project for displaced people, that are affected by these terrorists all over the world, and we did a song to reach out to them and create the awareness that there are people, even when you eat your chicken during the Christmas, or you can have your 3 square meal a day, people who used to have that, but now because of the situation they find themselves, they couldn't afford to do that. So we did that, sensitize the masses about what is going on in our country, in our continent, and in the world at large, to be able to re-educate the people, or re-educate the younger people, the youth, about crimes, about getting involved in drugs and all of those things that shortens their future and destiny. So my role as an ambassador is to speak on behalf of the UN and speak to young people. I did something recently with Mr. Vladro called Deliver the Future. We went to BIU, UI, and some of that universities as well. And then the essence was just to empower the youth, tell them about, make them understand entrepreneurship. Even when you study, you also have to equip yourself, at the long run, and not depend on what you've learned in school, but of course take it and make use of it to become somebody of value or worth, if you ask me. Wow, guess what we have in the studio today? Oh my God, how you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Most of the time I just want to exercise my fingers. I sit down on this piano and I play anything that I like on it.